We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for the Twin Flame Collective, for the Divine Feminine, for the Divine Masculine, to see what is going on for the Twin Flames. Today is a Mercury-Saturn sextile. Sextiles bring a super positive energy. Today is actually an auspicious day and a huge alignment. It's all about getting a plan or a new plan and taking action to make things happen towards that plan through working on your goals. Bringing big energies, but also karmic energies to the surface. You're closing out old cycles and old chapters right now. You're releasing a lot karmically, especially things that you need to resolve and you need to work on. Saturn is the only planet that holds our karmic record. Our karma is also stored in our DNA. I don't want to say choose, we make our karma through our actions and our choices, and then we have karmic imprints in our DNA to deal with. Sometimes this is releasing negative patterns and behaviors. It could be right now we're releasing a lot of like guilt, shame, victim programming, like negative emotions, patterns, things that we need to work on, things that we need to heal, and things that we need to resolve. So things are coming to the surface for healing. Twin flame also tends to be a very karmic relationship. It just kind of depends energetically on what is going on there as well too. So usually twin flame takes us through a very intense healing process. A lot is being kicked up for the twin flames right now. We're going to go ahead and start with a reading for the Divine Feminine. I put up a post yesterday saying that a lot of the Divine Feminines have been through ghosting, rejection, abandonment. This person has played out a lot of karmic patterns on you. They have treated you very badly, like worse than any of your karmics. They might have been like in and out, not following through with things. So we have a lot of that kind of energy. So Divine Feminine is healing wounds caused by the twin flame. Now this will trigger your old wounds as well too, but healing new wounds specifically from the twin flame and abandonment, a lot of grief, pain, and negative emotions coming up to be dealt with. Now it just kind of depends on your own unique individual situation. This is a general reading, of course, so take what resonates for you. I do one-on-one readings on my site. I'm always trying to get you guys to do more readings as well too. If you need a reading, just go ahead and book on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I do tons of healings, clearings, and activation work, which you all need for your ascension, but even more so if you're a twin flame, it will help you a ton. So check out my twin flame healing section. I also do twin flame coaching. This is going to help you move through the twin flame process. Okay, so today we want to focus on the basics. Let's talk about raising your frequency, right? Twin flame tends to trigger you a lot, leave a lot of open wounds. They might hurt you in many different ways. Usually you'll give this person more chances as well too, because they are your twin flame and something keeps you keeping on going. But like I said, you might have had your masculine acting out of their inner child wounding and things like that you may be kind of dealing with. Some of you guys are in union, some of you guys are working towards union, and some of you are in separation. If you're in separation, you're needing the solitude to heal right now, apart especially. Kind of depends on the dynamic. Make sure you're not blaming your twin flame. This can be like huge and it will make you feel a lot better. See that the divine has orchestrated any separation too, because sometimes we'll blame. I'll say like if there's the runner dynamic or someone, causing, sabotaging stuff, whatever it was. Okay, so we're going to start with a reading for, sorry, and it's really hot out here. We're going to start with a reading specifically for the Divine Feminine to see what is going on, but we'll start, some of these can be taken as messages to the masculine from the feminine. You're worth more to me than I let on. This is probably the hardest connection that you're going to have to purge out and release attachments to. And I think this is important too. Divine Feminine releasing, we'll say feminine wounding, wounded feminine behavior. So this is like where you allow the relationships to come and go in your life, and you realize that all relationships come to you in the perfect divine timing. And if this person is who they say they are, they'll come and go and they will come back. But some of you guys have to kind of let go and release negative patterns. And you're realizing how much this person means to you. It could be through separation in the absence or in the union. When you're with your twin flame, you feel so high and so amazing. And when you're in these separations, you feel so low and you go through intense emotional roller coasters, inner turmoil. turmoil, a lot of negative thoughts that spin. You have to deal with the ego. This could be like fear, anger, repressed emotions, your mindset. All sorts of things will happen, and you'll experience a lot of lows in the separation. These are the spaces that you need to go into to heal trauma and stored energies within the body. So okay, I want to talk a little bit today about some of the karmic templates that we're holding too. So we're holding a lot of negative karmic relationship templates that need to be cleared to get into the higher union ones. They might have affected your dynamic. It just kind of depends. They'll never compare to you. This is the bittersweet part of it, where you know, some of you guys, like, whether you're with this person and you only want this person, right? Or you're not with them, and some of you guys, they don't want to be with you, right? They made that clear. And you know you can't move on and be with anyone else if you're following your guidance, or you know that a soulmate connection will not compare. Maybe some of you guys are kind of like in limbo with it. I say separation is a state of limbo, but it's also a state of consciousness that we need to go deep into and to heal, because I ask a lot of questions on this of like, why do we go through this? It is so that you can heal these layers of separation and wounding within yourself. I ran because I wasn't ready for you. If you're experiencing a runner dynamic in the outer, it always comes from the inner. So this is always a manifestation of your own fear that has kicked off, causing this. I know people don't like to hear that, right? So usually you ran first and then the runner runs, or you had doubts or were questioning the connection, or you fell into a low frequency, and we have to be in high frequencies for union. Now the problem is in separation, sometimes you're falling into these lower frequency states, and it's like, I was writing about this, I said it's like quicksand. You know how to get out, but that's another question of actually getting out. You might feel like you're falling, or you're going into, I know some people describe it as dark night of the soul, but usually by the time you've had a twin flame relationship, you've already had a spiritual awakening and already gone through that. So it can feel like a very void-like experience, or that you're having to, sit alone and go deep into that darkness and into these layers. If you're by yourself, it's so that you can do things that you couldn't do in this connection, because twin flame is all consuming. So in this space, you should be healing yourself, working on yourself, learning, studying, really focusing on self-love and your routine and your life. I'm caught up in a karmic relationship. And so this is like karmic cycles coming up. Okay, so karmic relationships don't have to be lovers. They can be the people around you. This is why sometimes when you go through a spiritual awakening, you're needing to clear a lot of energies. You might be having things come up. Like, I know that within my own twin flame dynamic, it stirred up a lot of probably family stuff that was already there on both sides. And usually I've noticed in any separation I've done, it's like the family stuff comes up, but in a different capacity. Like every time it was a different layer showing me and revealing something different, as my twin flame very much mirrors a lot of my own family dynamic in some type of way. They're aware of that. I've made them aware of that as well too. And I'm sure if they would get to that level of honesty and openness, which a lot of the masculine won't, right? Feminine's more better at expressing what they're seeing and their feelings and communicating. And I found a lot of the masculines are not sharing their perspective, but I know looking at mine, they probably have a lot of that same synchronicity, because they're holding the other half of that template and half of that puzzle. And it goes deep into past lifetimes, as our ancestral line does too, as to what to be healing and what is coming up. Oftentimes, our attachment style goes back to some of our parents' attachment styles and issues and things we need to heal. I'm on my way to you. So for some of you guys, you might be getting in contact with this person, dating them, seeing them, maybe some of you guys moving in with this person as well too. So this is like hanging out with this person. Okay, I realize all of the mistakes that I made. When you're in that emotional turmoil and upheaval, it doesn't matter anyways, but you're seeing the things that your behaviors, your patterns. I think you're in this space where you have to just work on yourself and see that, or see what it's brought up as well too, especially in separation. Now, this isn't for everyone, because not everyone goes through separation, but many of you guys might go through a separation or multiple separations. And I describe separation as like a breakup and not being with this person, but the connection still remains and it's there. So you're in a separation, or it could just be moving slow towards union. And you really feel those separation energies, because you hang out with your twin flame and you feel great, and then you have a little break and it's like, it can get intense. So in these spaces, it's about working on the issues that have come up and clearing negative habits and things that you need to work on. Okay, so once again, we have karmic relationships and connections coming up. This is like bound by society. So karmic relationships, this isn't for everyone, but I do have my twin flames that I work with. Some of you guys meet your twin flames and you're married, I know, right? Or they're married. And usually, I mean, it depends. You both could be, but it could be one, right? Some could be in relationships. Some could just be stuck in karmic cycles and in karmic patterns, karmic programs, but usually it's the people around them. And I know some have had their twin flame leave for karmics, or have karmics come in and interfere and stuff like that. So this is clearing karmic partners and the patterns left behind from past relationships. We all hold a lot of wounding and deep hurts from past relationships. Oftentimes our twin flame is not just triggering that, they're actually playing out some of the same dynamics, because we are trying to clear the karmic templates that we're holding. So we usually have, I know, some type of karmic debt that we're holding on to that we need to resolve. And so this is why sometimes we have past relationship patterns repeating, past life patterns coming up again, karmic debt from past lifetimes, but usually it's held within this lifetime. So you may have gone through a traumatic experience. This could create fear, which creates blockages in your system, which tends to have the same kind of situations replaying. Your twin flame has actually come in to help you to clear some type of karma. It could just be making you aware of it, or actually going through an entire cycle with you, so that you could release whatever blockages that you're holding on to, because blockages equals stagnant, stuck energy, blockages. So when we have, we'll say, not just our energy blockages, because that's what I do, clearing energy, but also our DNA. So when we have a karmic imprint that is negative that we need to resolve, it blocks our DNA and it blocks some of the activation, so we can't hold as much light. People come in, they play out these situations with us. It's meant to clear the karma or to work off certain karma. And then when we do, we raise up our frequency and we hold more light. So we have a big theme of clearing some of these imprints, clearing karmic blockages. Doing energy healing work is the best thing for that. A lot of this stuff is unconscious. You might go through your whole lifetime not even conscious aware of some of the things that you're working on, or deeper patterns. This is why energy healing can be so beneficial. It's going to help you to release patterns and blockages. Like coming into balance, your divine feminine and masculine energy are out of balance. And I posted something about this today. People don't like it, but we have a lot of masculines in the feminine energy, right? They're in their wounded feminine, which is even worse. And we have a lot of feminines over masculized, right? Like going to work, right? And things like that. So needing to find balance within our energies. And this could be healing wounds within your own feminine and masculine. So for me, I'm a feminine and I have a divine masculine, and they're the external and I'm the right, and vice versa, because it's always interchangeable, right? We are the yin yang of it. And so mine will be acting out wounding within my masculine and me wounding within the feminine. It's coming up so that we can clear this. This is about clearing darker energies, shadow work, and staying centered in your higher self. Make sure that you're working on staying in those higher frequencies and clearing things. Our twin flame is going to come along and show us repressed energies. These might be things that are held deep within, or they might just be bringing out things that we've never, like ways we've never acted to, right, by how they're acting with us. And that can be common too. So when they're pushing your buttons and it is those reactions, pay attention. They're here to help you to, it's not about the actions, it's about clearing the repressed energies and emotions that come to the surface. All right, for many of you guys, you're going to get a love offer. This could be separation ending and reunion. If you're in a union, this could be engagement, wedding, and coming into or shifting into a deeper, more harmonious union. So as you're shifting into your feminine energy, this becomes magnetic for your divine masculine. Okay, we have cycles coming up. Clearing life cycles and karmic cycles. Stay grounded in the now. Some of you guys, if you're in separation, you've already completed this cycle with your twin flame. I was explaining to someone the reason why it's so sad is because you know that you may or may not come back together with this person, and this is very sad. I said you're dealing with the fates, the universe, right? As well too. So it's very important that you're healing, especially if you're trying to come into a union and trusting the universe has a plan for your life, even if you can't comprehend and see all of it. So you are closing out cycles. Some of you guys have already wrapped up a cycle. If in separation, letting go of the past, anchoring more fully into the now, and working on where your path is taking you. Some of you might be wrapping up cycles with your twin flame. Okay, shifting into your divine feminine energy. And this is divine feminine misses their twin flame no matter how things look. This is a very intense connection to navigate. You guys might be going through different stages of emotions. You might be going through that longing stage. I think it's there underneath, but negative emotions and feelings, they block it. We have heartbreak. Some of you have hurt, betrayal, grief, and disappointment. This person may have come in and hurt you multiple times, enacting the same patterns. I've been through something similar as well too. So this person, they might have come and done the same thing again and again. They might have just hurt you, let you down. A lot of you guys have had a lot of stuff happen from the masculines, where masculines acting entitled. They might even be showing a lot of toxic traits. They might have enacted their patterns out on you and hurt you for no reason. They might have, like I said, rejected you, abandoned you, hurt you, taken you for granted. So the Divine Feminine, there's an energy of heartbreak underneath it, and something you need to heal on a heart chakra level. This might be causing anxiety. You might be feeling depression, stress, panic attacks, and restless. You might be having a hard time sleeping. It might be highlighting an anxious attachment as well too. And so I did a session yesterday for someone. I was talking about how this isn't for everyone, but they were talking about like alcohol, and I was talking about sometimes the underlying reason for drinking is anxiety, and it's not just that. I know it's relationships and shopping and food and ways that we mask this. And so if you have underlying anxiety or anxious attachment system, this is something that you need to heal. Releasing attachments will help you a ton. Doing energy work, staying grounded will help you. So when we're not filling the voids with this kind of stuff, right, we can actually heal. But as long as we're masking the underlying issues like the anxiety, we continue to experience it. You might have anxiety coming up. This could be separation anxiety as well too. So like I said, it's a hard attachment to break if in separation with your twin flame. This might be part of your unique process too. All right, so we have a fresh start. You're going to get a second chance. Time to release the past though. This could be like a do-over, like your twin flame could have come in and released you from a karmic cycle and that's it, and you feel like there's a lot of just space in front of you. You might be getting a do-over with your twin flame and another chance to come together with them, but it's very important that you are healing in this space. There's a lot of illusions and confusions coming up right now. This person may have presented you with illusions and you might be seeing through them. I see that happening for a lot of twin flames, jokes aside, right? Where this person might have, I hate saying this, might have said they were going to have a life with you and union with you. And you might have got sick of waiting. You might got sick of them being wishy-washy or not doing the work. So sometimes separation happens because oftentimes runner is not making the changes and they're afraid of growth and they're not doing what they need to do and they're just kind of staying stagnant in their old life, and they didn't show up, they didn't make the changes, so the separation is needed so that they can work on themselves more. All right, we have a lot of obstacles and drama coming to the surface right now. This is blocks and obstacles coming up for you to clear. There's a lot of family issues coming up, and this could be intergenerational trauma from the ancestors. It could come from your parents. Some of you guys are parenting, and this is so important. I was telling myself this morning that you guys are raising these children a little bit better so that they're not going through the same type of issues when they're older. So this is all about healing your family line as well too. You have a magnetic attraction with this person. For those of you guys in union, like these energies are getting strong. You're going to notice you're more magnetic. There's a lot of irresistible chemistry, a lot of flirting, especially with Mercury in the air. We're in Gemini season. This is where you get lighthearted and flirty. Your words are going to come out this Gemini season, whether that's beautiful and nice and, pouring love into each other, or even if you're not getting along and it's like expressing your feelings through your words, like that's the Queen of Swords energy I was saying. So it just kind of depends on the energy of the connection, as Divine Feminine is going to be tapping into that energy. Okay, so we have awakened creativity. Time to get creative in these higher frequency energies. It is going to be needed to shift into the 5D, unplugging from the matrix and finding your creative flow and your creative channel. Make sure you're turning to the angels for energy healing right now. It will help you so much with the process and how you're feeling. Do some energy work. I do tons of it on my website. It's what I do when I'm not making videos and talking to you guys, right? Stop on my website. I have so many amazing healings that'll help you. It will help to raise your frequency, release blockages, and help you so much through your process. So your authentic vibration, this is about tuning to your vibration and raising your frequency as high as you can, but also this rebirth of becoming your higher self. And when you're in these spaces of separation, there's spaces of rebirth. You go into the cocoon by yourself. Like usually you're apart from your twin flame, and you have to go through this inner journey so that you can sit with your thoughts. So it's important that you're clearing your ego mind. Your ego mind has been blocking the connection. It could be how you're perceiving things, how you're seeing things. It could be deeper wounds. It could be deeper things that are coming up. Make sure you're working on your ego. All right, tapping into the other side. You are the rainbow bridge. You have a lot of loved ones in spirit, ancestors, like angels, right? Ascended masters, your higher self, your twin flames higher self is always supporting you. Even if you are in a space of separation right now, know that you can always talk to your twin flames higher self. They're always assisting you. Love your challenges. These are meant to make you stronger right now, whatever it is that you're going through. I know we go through a lot of trials, tribulations, and even tests here on Earth School. It's all about the decisions and choices that you're making. Okay, so this is your divine masculine coming through. They might be being sneaky, hiding something. This is the guy taking the swords and running away. like I was telling myself, and this is a bad analogy, and this isn't for everyone, but some of you guys might have been like in union with this person and you're building, and you think that's the connection, right? You're building. So picture it like two little kids building a sandcastle on the beach, right? So you're building, and that's the connection. And you build this sandcastle, and it's like one of these little kids gets really like mouthy and says, "This is my castle, get away," and takes the castle and, you know, kicks you out or whatever it is. It's a little bit like that. So that is the energy of this card. It's like they're taking everything and leaving. This might be lies, secrets, and deceit that has come out. This might be manipulation, like literally strategic, playing your cards right. It has frenemies on here, and this is something where, you know, you might have felt this person should have been closer to you than anyone. They may have betrayed you in some type of way. They may have acted like your friend, and you found out like, look, like they weren't, something was off with this. Okay, so we have the Emperor energy. This represents the awakened divine masculine though. And this is being rigid and stubborn. Your masculine might be really stubborn, controlling everything. I saw like, and this is funny because I can't remember what my twin flame posted yesterday on their social media about controlling everything, and that's exactly what they do with bringing this connection. And so some of the masculines have major control issues and maybe trying to take control. Now this doesn't have to be gender, like if you're resonating with some of these messages, right? It doesn't have to be gender specific. We know a lot of, you know, the times the roles can shift and will shift, but this is like father energy, also father wound energy too. So this is needing to shift into their masculine. Some of these masculines, they carry father wounds too, and things they need to work through. So healing that and shifting into that Emperor energy. Five of Swords, there might be some type of conflict. And this is like the masculine wants a peaceful resolution to your situation. They want to compromise. They want to end the conflict, and they want to overcome challenges. They might be avoiding you to avoid difficult conversations. They might not know how, but they don't want whatever's happening if there is a conflict. Okay, so we have Nine of Cups. And this is like, you are their wish fulfillment, and this is like them getting what they want. This means that they are manifesting you and working on their manifestations. They might be someone who usually gets what they want, like on a universal level, but just know that you are everything that they want or wanted. This is the Two of Wands, having two options and wanting more in your life. This is someone thinking about their plans, strategizing. This could represent travel or overseas travel if you're apart on that level. Sometimes twin flames face things like that. So this person is conflicted over the two paths. Usually this is the material and the spiritual. The problem with the spiritual is we have to let go of everything material. Oh my God, like literally, right? And we have to let go of our old life, expectations of society, friends, family, and it's very hard to do that work to reach enlightenment. So they're kind of like stuck in between two paths on this card and just thinking about things. They're thinking about their future and what they want. But they are, and we'll say, well, maybe not their lower human self, right? But this is their higher self coming through. Just letting you know that. Like if you've been questioning things, coming through in the Divine Feminine's reading too. Okay, I seem to have some cards mixed up with this, but So we're going to do a quick reading for the Divine Masculine, and I'm going to be doing activations today. We want to be tapping into these Saturn energies. Amazing for clearing karma and activating higher templates. Will help you a ton with your situation. So today is amazing for doing energy work. I can't remember. I think it's like today and Thursday. So you want to be tapping into today's energies. Of course, it's amazing to do energy work every day, but we can tap into specific energies for specific things. So if you're having karmic blocks or challenges, or you had like a really hard karmic path, this will affect things with your twin flame, clearing these energies today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do reading for the Divine Masculine side, and then Divine Feminine, if you're watching, take these as messages from your masculine. I've been working on myself. They've been working on themselves. They're dealing with a lot of things on their own. They might be someone who has been on their own. I know this could be, they're used to dealing with things on their own. They feel more comfortable with that. So they've been working on themselves. They've been healing themselves. They've been doing the work. These masculines are, like, despite what people think, right? Not the karmic masculines, but the awakened divine masculines. They have been doing the work. They've been doing the work for many years. I've been watching your socials and admiring your pictures. So if they're not with you in separation, even if they are, like, they've been looking through pictures they have of yours. But if you're apart, they look at your social media. And this might annoy you guys if they're not talking to you, or it might bother you. I know I talked about this on a video as well too. So they're watching your social media, and this is like, I use the term watcher from afar. They're watching you, and I guess you could look at it in a nice way, like watching from afar. But some of you guys might feel like, they're spying on you. Every time my phone rings, I hope it is you. I'm ready to take my mask off. This is one thing that bothers me. I said divine masculine hiding behind the ego, acting like they don't care, acting like they don't know the connection, acting cold, acting disconnected, detached, or cut off. So this is the ego, and it could just be things that they've been blocking too, and not being their true selves or showing their true selves. This is fear of vulnerability and fear of intimacy, because this relationship, takes you to a deep level. I don't want to be toxic anymore. I can't go another day without you. So they die without you just as much too, but it could have kicked off confusion and things. Okay, you guys have unfinished business with this person. It's not over, but there are too many patterns back and forth and baggage coming in. So this person might be in and out. All right, there will be a relationship, or there is a relationship, and there is a commitment with this person. There's parts of your soul contract that have yet to play out. Trust in divine timing right now. So when we have the divine timing card, if you're not in union yet and you feel the process is slow, it's going as it should, to have patience and to teach you that. I know we don't do human time, and when we deal with Saturn energy, it slows everything down, right? So this is like the person wasn't ready yet. They might be waiting. It was the wrong timing. Waiting on divine timing for some, or divine timing is at play. This is karma, things predestined. There's a lot of romantic feelings, affection, happiness, and emotions with this person. There will be a reconciliation for those in separation. There will be a second chance. It's very important that you're doing the work over the next couple of months, right? They miss you. All right, there might be distance. This could be separation. This could be no contact, no communication, having boundaries in place, or just being far away. It could be like living in other places, just kind of depends. All right, divine feminine coming through. Your divine feminine is releasing things that you might have. This is divine feminine letting go of your hold, relax, unwind, release the fear, anxiety, and doubt. And the fear kicks in, and I was describing this, that makes you hold on tighter, and then the masculine usually runs or pulls back from this kind of behavior. So divine feminine is healing a lot of fear, anxiety, and worry about this connection specifically. There is a runner in this situation, and this is escaping from emotions and on the run. So still there might be a runner dynamic or an avoidant dynamic. Time to get creative right now. This will help you. It'll also help your twin flame to lift up the energy. This is like getting productive. I love it with the coffee, right? This is like making things happen. There's a hidden path. Slow down, take care of yourself, and go in a new direction. Your path has yet to reveal itself. Just kind of follow the path and your guidance. Rise above drama, obstacles, pettiness. Find the strength to rise. All right, there is a contract with this person. We have a marriage contract, and this could be spiritual marriage. It could be actual marriage. There's a soul contract in place with this person. So this means that in a past lifetime, you agreed to be with this person and to play out a certain contract. You agreed to be together with this person. You are ascending. Make sure that you're taking care of your energy and continuing to raise your frequency. This is confirmation that this is a twin flame connection, but you already know that. Download divine love. Really tap into the love of the universe. It's important. I feel that we should be getting spiritual in this space. Really work on your spiritual connection. If you've gone through separation, it might have pulled you backwards, or and that is part of the process, working on that. Cleanse and shield your energy. You might be picking up negative energy from your divine feminine's process. You might be picking up negative energy in the connection because you pick up all of their emotions as well too, especially if the other's in emotional turmoil. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself and protecting your energy. Take care of yourself. This is all about self-love. Write things down. I think it's very beneficial. I'm trying to say it's my 6th book, but it's my 5th book on the twin flame experience, and some of it wasn't great. Like if you've read my books, I know it started out great and then it wasn't great, but I don't know why I was guided to write some of this stuff down in the hopes that if other people are going through this experience, not everyone does, and it's hard to get. And so I've been writing a lot over the past few days. I just got my Twin Flame Angel number book up and published last night, and I'm working on my latest book, City of Dreams, which is a sequel series of my Twin Flame books. And I've been writing a lot, the best I can, some of these experiences so that I can make sense of them. You may want to journal and write things down. This could be like what's going on for you. It could be limiting beliefs, things that are coming up, things that you need to focus on. Make a list so that you can become aware of it. Make sure that you're also mirroring these things back to you. It's so hard with Twin Flame, because we see the things in our twin flame, but when we flip the mirror and we begin to realize like, okay, I'll just give you an example. So I was very upset, like my twin flame abandoned me over and over, right? I'll say, this is just an example. So you want to flip that around and say, no, I abandoned myself and looking for love in someone that refused to love me or wouldn't love me. And you'll say, what? Yeah, I was giving them all of my time, right? And things like that. So we flip this around. And so sometimes we like to label, and this is like dismissing everything, but look at specific patterns. What is going on? What is triggering you? What is upsetting you? And oftentimes when you dig in deep, you've already had some of these distortions and you need to go into them. Whatever's being triggered, whether it's wounding, abandonment, whatever's coming up, make sure you're doing that mirroring work. Okay, so we have this 4 of Swords for the masculine. This is getting out of solitude and coming out of isolation. This is like recovery, awakening, and finding your mental strength. This is a card about healing right now. We have the 2 of Swords. Your divine feminine coming through can't see what direction to take. I love the blindfold card, but it's literally like they don't know what's going on. They can't make a decision. They're torn between options. They're blocking out their emotions, and they're kind of in limbo, like they don't know. And this is because divine masculine is the awakened new earth leader. I know you guys are supposed to be leading your divine feminine. It's not the other way around. When we have toxic masculine, right, they're allowing the feminine to do everything. But actually the healthy, awakened, healed masculine is there to guide the divine feminine on our path. So especially if you're apart, not talking, no contact, or in a separation, divine feminine is lost and can't see things clearly. So we have the High Priestess in reverse, and this goes for both of you. Blocked intuition, not paying attention to your insights, and then focusing on others more than yourself, and focusing too much on external validation. So divine masculine, there's something wrong with your feminine energies, and this could be going to other feminines because it is the feminine card, and I don't mean your divine feminine. A lot of you guys might have mother karmic friends that are feminines, and it's going to them for their advice, and it's all bad, and not trusting your intuition. So it's blocking your intuition to take on, we'll say, a lot of negative insights about it. You'll notice all those people they're not twin flames, and they don't understand the intense healing process that you're going through. So make sure that you're paying attention to your own intuition. This will help to unblock things with your divine feminine. The Sun, this is about like optimism, good times. I always love this. This is a magnetic personality and aura. This is like you're getting a lot of attraction. You have suitors. You have people hitting on you, right? Since you've been going through your spiritual awakening, people are noticing you and they're wanting you. And yes, I mean in a sexual dating way. You have a very magnetic personality and aura. We have the Chariot card, but in reverse. This can represent the sun sign. Cancer as well too, but usually the Chariot is like going after what they want. They get everything that they want, but this is like your solar plexus is zapped. It's like having no willpower. You feel powerless. You're lacking direction. You know, you're letting go of the wheel and you're blocked by obstacles and loss of control. You don't know which way you're going, so this could be stagnant. Chariot is forward movement and making things happen. So when we see it blocked, it's like nothing happening. We have the Seven of Wands, and this is like standing up for yourself. You're very protective, defensive, taking the high road and holding your own in a fight. And so, you know, you might be passive aggressive, silent treatments, no contact, no communication. And this is like the art of war that we'll say, what? I know, right? You might be, and so this is not a good card. This is like, you're not letting people in, you're in your shell, you're protective, right? And things like that, but it might be affecting the connection. Look, and this is battling your divine feminine as well too, but it's also your ego then on some level. So there might be a battle between your ego and your heart or what's going on, and needing to really release that and let go of that and just surrender to the universe on a universal level, to your path. All right, I'm going to go on that note anyways, but I'm going to be here doing activations and healings and clearings on my website. I have some up for today. Anything in my shop is good anyways. If you guys need some energy work, just go ahead and book it on my website. Have a beautiful day.